It says it's starting.
Bobby, you can't talk. All right, great.
I'm not a professional.
Yo, we are testing new technology today on Jim and the Other Guy. I'm your host, Jim Lubinski, professional triathlete, former professional high school player, ASAT certified coach, certified by Bruce Trainer, and all-around good guy. With me today, once again, Coach Bob Seaman. You look good, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty good. I gotta adjust the camera so you can see my hair. That I did for a race. I dyed my hair a little bit for the 100-miler, and then I wound up swimming in the pool a lot, and it got blonder. So now.
That's what happens. I have a little streak in the back of my hair. It's not blonde right now, but it goes blonde. It goes like white blonde. People used to say, "Why are you dyeing your hair in the back like that?" It's like an inch of blonde hair back. Yeah, you know what? I just went and dyed my hair specifically in the back. I went to a salon and said, "Do this for me." No, it turns. But what does that tell us about what the pool water is doing to our insides? If it's dyeing our hair like that. Look at that. I mean, it's a beautiful flowing blonde locks, though. You're a SoCal brother.
I love it. It does keep me regular. I think the pool is the key issue in my regularity. Which is always good for me.
As long as I'm not staying regular while in the pool.
Yeah, we have that once in a while because now at the Claremont Club where I do all my swimming, we have the summer swim lessons, I guess you call it. So they cordon off. We have a gigantic pool, 50-meter outdoor pool with a little side to it, and the kids are all in there. And every once in a while we get the brown alert. And then you have to get out. I mean, you get
brown.
Code brown. Don't we have all that chlorine in there for a reason? Why do you have to get it out? And it's probably just a baby Ruth anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to swim around with one of those big brown sharks, as Eddie Murphy said, right?
Yeah.
Delirious, whatever. So, like we said, we're live streaming on YouTube right now. You can go on YouTube and watch us. Or I guess, I don't know, you'll be listening to this in the future on iTunes or whatever, but we are live streaming. So if you go to YouTube, subscribe to Jim and the Other Guy's channel. It's on Jim Lubinski's channel.
The Jim Lubinski channel.
Go to Jim Lubinski's channel, subscribe. We'll be live streaming very often now that we've figured out this high-tech technology.
Yeah, ever since I saw that interview with Bob Babbitt, he looked pretty ugly. I mean, he hadn't shaved. At least look at us. He looked good.
You know what? Last show I stirred up a lot of controversy. I think this show, Bobby, you're going to stir up a lot of controversy.
Well, I commented on the link. I said, Bob, at least I look good when I'm on there and I'm on the podcast, and he made a little comment.
We have our first official viewer. You can actually, you know what? If you write us on Twitter at Jim and Other Guy, while we're broadcasting, we might bring you up. If you're our first official viewer watching, hit me up, Jim and Other Guy, and you will, I don't know, we'll talk about you.
Yeah.
Make something up. We don't know you, we'll make something up about you. If we do know you, we'll make something up about you anyway.
Or just throw a question up there, and we'll make fun of it. Did you see this at the Boston Red Sox Yankee game? See, I'm a Yankee fan, so I catch some of this stuff. There was a guy sleeping during the game. So ESPN showed him on the air, and then John Kruk, who is about as sarcastic as I am, proceeded to make fun of him for sleeping at a Red Sox Yankee game, which ticket cost maybe $300-400 where he was sitting. He is now suing ESPN for $10 million for defamation of character.
Hasn't John Kruk fallen asleep while broadcasting the game before?
He's fallen asleep while playing first base before.
Yeah, I think so. But so the guy's suing, he's suing ESPN.
He's suing ESPN because the announcers went on a little rant about him, and they kept showing him asleep. First he was leaned over, then his hat fell off, and he was all on the air.
Well, now with this new technology, you can actually see us on the air. We may get a call from ESPN, so we have to side with ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? So ESPN, you're in the right. You need the win. You can talk crap about whoever you want. The guy should not be sleeping during a baseball game. Not that, I could see where it comes from. It's a boring game. You might fall asleep, but yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Too many lawsuits out there. That being said, through this next topic, we're going to bring up Bobby, and I like what you did with the place. We have this nice Brewster jersey here.
Hi, we put a little
our one viewer turned off, so we have no one watching the show right now. But yeah, no, I like the because people can watch us in the future.
Oh yeah, it'll be up there.
So we're at the Bob.
Until they run out of bandwidth.
We're at the red.
And you can see we dressed up well for the.
Yeah, I put on my Sunday dress for this one. We're at the Red Performance Multisport East facility over in beautiful Claremont. And yeah, I like what you did. What's this Brewster jersey?
Oh yeah, it's an old Brewster Academy where I used to coach hockey. They gave me a jersey when I left, and
yeah, I know you like the I like the blood stains down the middle.
The cut-off sleeves.
I can't make that up. I usually like to make stuff up already. I can't make it up because people can see this now. There's no place.
There's no place.
You're a finesse player, not a fighter, right?
Oh yeah, my finesse. Yeah.
So
do you know I'm going to do some inline hockey coming up? I'm filling in for somebody.
So you're on
Yeah.
Where is that on?
That's going to be in Corona. That's not far away. A little cross training for the summer because it's so hot.
Okay, so this is something I was going to get into. So what's the deal? Are you in a league or what are you into?
It's a league, so it's a over 30, I think, league. But you know,
you're over 30?
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
You're just one of those guys that changes.
I wanted to go with the over 50 league because they're much nicer, but they wouldn't let me do that.
Yeah, you have to really alter your birth certificate for that one.
So I found out that inline skating is a lot harder than ice skating, probably because we're so used to ice skating.
Yeah,
that's flattening out the blades.
Well, this is what I was going to bring up. Actually, it's going to be our third point of the day. Since you brought it up, we'll segue into it. I was at the gym the other day, and my trainer over at Altus Fitness in Santa Monica had me doing the slide board. You ever do the slide board? Oh my God, you want to puke when you do that thing. You put on those little booties and you slide back and forth. Yeah. She had me do 5 rounds of like 100 each and going all this other stuff. But every time I came back to that, I dreaded it. Sweating all over. I thought I was going to puke. Well, maybe we can get a slide board here one time, and we can show it. Yeah, right. And so I was doing that, and then I go home and I look on Twitter, and there's a blog post on there. I don't know why I read this crap about you shouldn't be doing any other sports except for swimming, biking, and running because nothing transfers. Just do sport-specific training. Now, being a coach, what's your take on this?
Oh, it means the core strength and the stuff you get from cross training will help you so much more than the time you waste pedaling for 4 hours or running longer than 3 hours. My running personally has gotten so much better since I started doing XFit and added in Pilates like you suggested. It just holds it together. I mean, Craig Alexander knows what he's doing, and that's what he's been doing ever since he started.
Oh, yeah, Craig was always in the gym when I was training in Boulder. And, I mean, one of the reasons I'm the strong runner that I am and the reasons I made such quick gains in the sport is because of the strength I built in the gym through the years of ice hockey playing. So for this person who doesn't really have a background in coaching or, endurance sport to say, oh, it doesn't transfer. How do you know that? And then people are going to read that and believe it. But I saw that my buddy that I trained with, his name's David Welby, was on. He's getting ready for Ironman Mont Tremblant, and he's doing Vineman next weekend. And he's been putting tons of hours of training. He's got a coach through QT2. We're not against QT2.
No.
Even though we're Red Performance Multisport, we're all in this together, right?
Yeah.
So his coach is QT2. He's got him doing huge volume, which is great. He's on the same page as his coach. But he's hearing all these people are saying, you're doing too much, you're not getting enough rest, blah, 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 blah. So him being semi-new to the sport, he's taking this into account, saying, oh, am I doing too much? Always in the back of his head. So whenever we go for a run, I assure him, just listen to your coach, he's got a plan for you. Do it, just believe. Just stick on your plan. Don't listen to all this noise. And in this sport, there is so much noise out there. There's so many people giving their 2 cents as if they have, like I said on his Facebook page, as if they have a PhD in the sport, whereas they have no background in the sport, yet anybody can speak up and say something. And people, beginners to intermediates, even professionals, they hear this, and even though they don't want to listen to it, it still sticks in the back of their mind.
Just this past weekend, now, like we mentioned, it's pretty hot here in Claremont. I think it's...
we have 2 viewers.
Oh,
yeah.
2 viewers.
Tweet to us at Jim and Other Guy if you're watching right now.
I'm looking to see if anybody's tweeted to us, but nobody has.
So go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
So we have...
and also, we can get some good product endorsements. Maybe this would be Starbucks.
Starbucks, the Claremont Club coffee mug. We like that kind of stuff. So really warm here. And I caution the athletes because a lot of times they'll set up for a race like the Vineman coming up next week or Mont Tremblant. When it's hot, you've got to take it easy. I don't care what we have for a plan. I can't write a week at a time. I don't know what the forecast will be. But you've got to scale it back. So they got involved in a little training exercise this weekend, and other people were going long, so they went long until they started to get dizzy. You've got to stop. You've got to start to use your head or listen to the person you're trusting.
Yeah.
And you hired them for a reason. They know what they're up to.
Oh, there's a lot of times when I bring on athletes for the first time and I tell them, okay, go out for a 2-hour ride, and then I get a note back that says, okay, I was out for 5 hours. That's what my friends did. No, I had a plan for you to go for 2 hours. That 5-hour ride now is going to lay you up for the rest of the week. Yeah. You're not going to be able to train the rest of the week because you did 5 hours and 12,000 feet of climbing. And I have one specific athlete who does this all the time. Oh, Jim, I did this trail run for 7 hours. And I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't on. You know, I almost slipped and said that athlete's name, and she's probably watching. She's probably one of the people viewing right now. Wait, we got to start exaggerating this. They can't see how many people are viewing. There's actually probably like 300. We got, there's 450 watching right now. But yeah, so they're doing all this stuff because that's what their friends are doing. That's what their friends said they should be doing, whereas I have the background. You have the background. Yeah. David Welby's coach has the background.
Oh, yeah.
This random people saying, oh, you're doing too much volume. What's their background? Do they know the history of David? Do they know the history of our athletes? You know, we have the history. We have a plan for them. So you just got to cut out the noise. When I'm getting ready for a big race, I don't even look at Facebook. I don't look at Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I started my own Twitter. It's called Lubebook. Right? So we're gonna launch that site pretty quick. Right now it's just a pen and paper, and I just write stuff on there. It's like posting on my own wall.
And you put it on your front
tape, and we'll start putting Lubebook up here behind the stream. Right? So they're taping it up, talking crap about people like the guy you're about to talk crap about because you're in an argument with someone right now.
Yeah, I am in an argument.
So hold on the last point, listen to your coach.
Yeah.
I have delay here, so it's kind of weird. And or listen to your boyfriend or whoever, someone who has the best interest for you. You don't listen, if you need dating advice, and you're not just gonna go some guy in the street and say, hey, what should I do about this? You're gonna go somebody that you trust and somebody that you know. So we relate to everyone here, not just endurance sport athletes.
It's all about everybody.
It's all the love. So like we're saying, you might have to rip your shirt off for this one for the live viewers because you're gonna be pissed off with this next topic. Like I said, last time
Roddy Piper.
I stirred up controversy last time.
Oh yeah.
Now I think, Bobby, you're going to stir up some controversy. We're going to get a little feud going here, as it's already started on YouTube. Tell us about it. I'm going to back off. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Just go into it.
A good Claremont Club coffee. So Mark Allen does these videos online. They're really good. YouTube. They're called 58 seconds. 58-second video because they're only 58 seconds.
Mark Allen, the former world champion.
Yeah, former world champion. Like I'm going to call out a former world champion, but I have to do it. So in this one particular tip, he's talking about transitions. And he mentions the idea that you're going to put a little rubber band, hold your shoes up, keep them flat, you're going to run out of the transition barefoot, you're going to flying mount your bike, and you're going to take off and go. So even on the video that demonstrates this, you see the guy try to do it, and he's going slow. He's trying to fiddle and put his feet in. You know what I do to those people? I pass them. I like it when these things come up because I go flying past those people all the time. I run in transition, my suit's off, my shoes are on, I'm gone. They're getting on the mounting line. They're weaving, they're tipping over. I mean, I've officiated a couple of races. I've seen people fall off their bikes trying to do this.
Pass them, they're bleeding on the side of the road. Right?
On the side of the road. The only people that do this that beat me are professionals, like Jimbo. And I mean, they should be. They should have done it over and over and over again. Forget it. What are you saving? 10 seconds? The risk reward is so high. Oh, I got to look at the thing. That your risk reward is just so high. You're going to save maybe 10, maybe 15 seconds. If you're absolutely perfect, you may beat me. But
so Mark Allen said, do the flying mount.
He said,
jump on your bike. Well, most people can't mount their bike as it is.
No, even not a flying mount. They still have a hard time getting on their bikes. So then I made this comment, and some guy made a comment back to me. He thought it was humorous that I made this comment. He tried to look up my results online and show that I was slow. Well, yeah, sometimes I'm slow in my race, but even though you look up those transitions, that transition was still fast. Took out a couple of elites. I was as fast as anybody else, and there was no risk. Very low.
Well, that's the word on the street. When you go in and change your underwear, you're the fastest changer into your underwear. You might not be the fastest runner, but you can change your clothes quicker than anybody.
They say that at the club, too, all the time. People in locker room are amazed. They don't even see it happen. They can't believe how fast it goes.
Yeah, so you're one of the faster transition guys.
Oh, yeah,
you have
all the
down,
time.
Right? So, which is smart. It's very minimalist. You get it
no
done,
socks.
Right? You
don't
think
sit down.
Much. So he thought it was funny. And should we call him out? I mean,
we definitely should, because I think we should set up some kind of race, some kind of transition race, and see if he can actually beat me, because I'm up for it.
So I think we're all gonna be racing Silverman at the beginning of October.
Oh, that's perfect.
And I think this gentleman, Mark Carthart,
yeah,
right at Carthart, I think it's Carthart, something like that. He's on Twitter. We'll send out a tweet, a little instigation tweet.
Oh yeah, that'd be
right?
perfect. Yeah.
Say, come to Silverman. Mono a mono transition race.
Transition,
Doesn't make
all
difference
about
what the
transition.
rest of the
Yeah.
race is. Doesn't make difference if you're faster run. You could take 10 hours to finish a half Ironman,
Yeah.
but it's mono a mono transition time.
Just the transition time.
We're gonna see who wins.
And forget about bike to run because he won't stand a chance. But swim to bike, it'll be close, and we're gonna have to like set up a little thing like 100 meters out from that mountain line because you can execute that flying mount perfectly, but you still gotta get your feet in those shoes. Not easy done.
No, it's not. It's not easy done, and you're right because hold on a second, because he can keep his shoes in, but how long is it gonna take him to get his feet into his shoes?
Yeah. How fast? I'm gonna be up to speed. I've got my thing set. Look at the Vineman. Oh, that's hilarious because you go to Vineman, they got that short little steep hill coming out of the transition.
Yeah.
Oh, and
you'll never get in there.
no, people are just falling down. They wind up running barefoot up the hill with their.
So Bob versus Mark,
Yeah.
transition contest. We'll
Yeah.
find a race, whether
Find
it
a
be
race,
Silverman or whatever, and
we'll go.
let's do it.
We'll go.
We're gonna send it out there.
And
I like this
I'll put up a nice RPM sweater.
RPM sweater. He's got to throw something out there too. So
Yeah,
it's
he's gotta
like
throw something
when
out
LA does New York, they send cheesecake,
Yeah,
and LA sends a bunch. I don't know, a bunch of flakes. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but you have to think about something that he
Something
sends
that
your
works,
way
yeah.
when you beat him,
Yeah.
or if you stop and have a sandwich in the middle of transition, you
Maybe
lose.
I will. Maybe I'll stop and taunt him for a little bit and then move on.
Yeah, like bring out the red cape, like a bullfighter or something. Okay, I like this. We're gonna do this.
Yeah,
Get
we're
it out
gonna
there
do
on
this. We're
Twitter.
gonna do
So
it.
we actually just got a tweet from the real Starkey. He wants to call in the real Starkey, the famous real Starkey, the
Ask
blessed
him about
one,
it.
and he
Wow.
wants to talk about people raising money for Kona who are able-bodied individuals.
Oh yeah.
So let me see if I can put this on Skype here. So hang on a second. We want to talk about the training tip of the day, and it's a strength move, right?
Whoa.
So I want you to talk about it. You ever have your athletes do split squats?
Split squats.
No. So
No.
you're in a lunge position.
Yeah.
You jump up and you switch to the other leg.
What do we call? We call those telemark jumps because I come from the east.
Okay, well, I'm trying to connect with the real Starkey here on Skype. Why don't you, actually, no, I don't think it's going to work on this thing, but we can get him on the air anyway. So,
Oh yeah. Will you hear him? Yeah, because you're pretty close to the thing. We might hear it.
yeah, we might be able to hear. So talk about the telescope jump, so how that helps runners, bikers, and swimmers.
And go.
And
Well, the telescope jumps, they teach you explosion, and because you're doing those contraction, opposite contraction, whatever it is. So you've got two things going on at once, and you're teaching a little speed to move along with it. So it's really good to build those quads, hamstrings, and it's a concentric
eccentric, and
Yeah.
stabilization.
and stabilization. So you're working a lot of little muscles at the same time, and you're all doing it without having to think about it. It teaches you how to keep up and keep moving.
Well, exactly. I mean, so you're engaging your glutes, you're engaging. I would have you demonstrate it right here if we can do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. Because
If you can see it, I don't know, whatever. So
We've
you're
knocked
engaging your
something else
glutes, you're
over.
engaging,
I
you're
already knocked
engaging
something over.
both glutes,
Yeah.
powering up as if you're running, driving from behind, as if you're biking, driving the glute down, and as if you're swimming, embracing the core. So, next show we'll figure this out. We'll get a
demo. So we got
demo.
the slide demo and this.
Yeah, no, we can do that. So I like that. Let's get that going. And I don't know where to go with this thing right now. So with the Skype thing, so we're gonna have to figure that one out too. But so telescope jumps, split squats, whatever. Work that into your routine daily.
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah, and
have
we try to. I know on my workouts a lot, and you do it because you used to coach me when I was good. I'm not good anymore. But we try to put that strength in, once or twice a week. Sort of as maintenance and to give you something to think about. And a lot of times our athletes will stick an extra one in here or they'll spread it out before or after a workout. So it works out really good, keeps you on top of your game so you're not fading.
Right, and you just throw some small things like that. It stretches your hips, all that stuff. So it's a great exercise.
Oh, I heard the
before you
Skype
do
dialing.
Okay. All right, you're not there. Real Starkey, can't get you. You're not on Skype right now. So go on Skype and we will. I'm leaving a message for you, and we'll hit you up. But thanks for listening. Spread it on your Facebook page. Tweet it out to your followers, all you people watching right now. What are we at? Oh, we're at 550 viewers watching. Right?
Wow,
That's huge.
What a pickup in just the last few minutes.
We actually have a Strava contest, and this caused me to get on Strava again. The RPM race team has a Strava contest for the most of miles you can accumulate throughout the Tour de France. So we can backtrack it and say, you know, it doesn't make a difference if you didn't start on the 5th of July. You can start today. Join RPM Race Team on Strava.
On Strava.
If you have the most miles by the 27th of July, I believe is the last day of the tour. I think it's 27th, the day of Lake Placid. You'll win a race kit or a cycling kit from RPM. Second place wins a tech T-shirt, and third place wins a visor. So go on the Strava RPM Race Team, join, and if you have the most miles by that day, you know, you can win something, and you'll get in the community. We'll get a little competitiveness going.
And I, you know, one thing about this Strava contest, I know I'll have more miles than Mark Cavendish because he's out.
Oh man, that was a news story. But let's get into this.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's time for the news.
Maybe the most anticipated racer in Tour de France. I mean, what else are we watching the Tour de France this year? You know, you watch a bunch of guys you don't know. Everybody knows Cavendish. Hold on a second. We're getting a call from the real Starkey.
Oh, the real Starkey. Hold on.
There we go. Hey, you're listening. You're on live on Jim and the Other Guy. Who are we talking to here? Is this the real Starkey? The one and only. How's it going? We've been trying to plan to have you on the show for months now. How's it going, my man? You know, every evening I tune in the Twitter feed just to see what's going on with the real Starkey in the past, 24 hours, and it never ceases to amaze me what has went on the Twitter handle of the real Starkey. You know what? Let's get into this because I saw this banter yesterday, and what are you going to say? What do we got here? What's going on?
Elite amateur.
No way. Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
I'm going to talk over you just for a second because we can't hear you on the thing. So you were just telling us about a guy who had gone to University of Wisconsin, got an IT graduation, qualified for Kona, and now he's putting out an appeal.
He's panhandling for money to go to Kona
because he hadn't planned it.
Right. And like the Human Fund, George Costanza did the Human Fund in Seinfeld, right? Say something. Like, I totally agree with you with this, and if you can't, Right. Exactly. So I would pay you just for making something up, or at least give me something I can use. It's tough to make money. It's tough to do this sport, and for you to everyone else needs that money to get there as well. I mean, what says we should give it to this guy? That's ridiculous. And he went on Slow Twitch. I saw that thread on Slow Twitch. He was just getting beaten down. And all of a sudden, Jordan Rabb on there and said, "All right, enough of this. Enough of this." The guy must feel horrible about himself. It's like. But then he just kept going at it with everybody, and it's like, buddy, you got to know when to cut it off.
Yeah.
Take some money from mom and dad, and that's about who's going to give it. I think. Who's going to give this guy money?
You don't want those piranhas that Slow Twitch start circling, because then you're in trouble. There's no place to hide. I just got a tweet. They want to know who the real Starkey is. So I'm going to let Jim explain it for a little bit so that people can actually hear it over the line.
Wait, do they want to know who the real Starkey is?
No. Who, in general, who the real Starkey is.
So the real Starkey is the real voice of triathlon. I mean, do you want to say it a little better? Real Starkey. He says what we're all thinking.
And he's at the real Starkey.
At the real Starkey on Twitter, real Starkey on Facebook. So go ahead. Do you want to explain a little more about the real Starkey? Oh, we know that. Oh yeah. Well, you say it like it is. We're all thinking this stuff, whereas everybody else was scared to say it. I think it was you and Dark Mark going off on sponsors yesterday about, and it's never a two-way street. It's always these athletes talking about sponsors because they get stuff for free, but it's never the sponsors talking about the athlete. Very rarely you have reciprocation, and you guys said it. You put it out there. You said, there's never any reciprocation in the sponsorship. So it's like we're all thinking it. You guys say it. That's why we have you on the show. We're gonna make this one. So. Now follow Dark Mark on Twitter too. This guy is amazing, and he follows in the footsteps. We can see him following the footsteps of his mentor, the real Starkey. Can I say mentor? I don't know. Like I said, Megan, my fiance, and I sit there at night, and she has nothing to do with endurance sport, right? She's in the marketing world, and we sit there and just laugh at you guys all day long. And I always say, I got to get him on the show. We just have to coordinate. And look, I mean, I'm the happiest dude alive right now.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about it for a while. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. I'm glad it has.
No, it's great. It's just great. But we were also talking yesterday. You guys also had a lot of banter. The real Starkey was all the drafters at Ironman Frankfurt. You want to talk a little bit about that? Oh, she'll speak her mind, though. Yeah, yep. Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah, but she is one who is speaker minded. I can see her shooting back at you and you shooting back at her, so that could get interesting. But like I said, you're the one that will confront these these things online, and you're the one that will say it, whereas no one else will. We're trying to be more of a voice out here. So I think between you, maybe you could even represent us.
Over there. Yeah, maybe you can take
Cobb Saddles. You could throw our way, or anybody else. I don't know. We'll even take dog crap picker-uppers or something. Now that we're live streaming on YouTube, we can show anything on here.
Now that we're multimedia moguls.
Yeah. Maybe like an underwear company, whatever. If you want to represent us, the real Starkey, we'd be honored.
We'd put a little real Starkey hat on top of the Brewster jersey behind us.
Yeah. Well.
Please fund me.
And I was thinking about that on the way here. Not even know we'd have you on the air here, and I was thinking, this guy to go to Kona is doing this and not giving anything. We give so much to the masses here. We should do a fund anything and just say, help me fund my life, because I'm living in a gutter right now, right? You know what? I should have that new car.
You
so right. So let's get that Bob, that's your next job. Get us on GoFundAnything.com, whatever it's called.
We'll have broken down microphones and old computers and.
Right. So the real Starkey, where are you going to be next? I know you're in Ironman, Texas. Are you going anywhere? With your traveling circus in the near future, or what? Are we going to be able to find? That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And, they are
Starkamating.
They are legions. You see that they used to have the Insane Clown Posse in the past. Now we got the Starkamaniacs. And let me tell you something. You got some sharp apparel. Where if any of our listeners will pick up the Real Starkey apparel, where do they go to? TheRealStarkey.com, correct? Oh, that's awesome. So you can help that guy out on the fun page.
Well, you should sponsor him. You wear a Go Starkey kit.
That
Go
would
Real
be
Starkey
great.
kit at Kona.
I
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
I like the way this is coming together. This is great. Well, oh man, I mean, I want to have you on the show really often. Can we do this pretty often? We could fill in on what's the latest
Oh, yeah.
on the Twitter banter. Age group start with the women. Oh, with the men starting right behind the women. Is that what you're saying? Well, here's the thing: you get all these egos of these dudes in the age groups, and you have some super strong cyclists in these women, right? So these guys in the age groups, they get on these women's wheel, right? And it's not the same race; it's a completely different race. They get on a women's wheel, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's a girl in front of you. I have to get in front of her. So they put everything they have in this effort, get in front of the girl, and all of a sudden, the girl's on the guy's wheel, and then she's keeping with her cadence and pace, and she passes the guy again. He gets in front of her, so it's a draft. It turns into a draft fest, and I don't know what you can really do about it. I mean, it's tough because you see it at every race. You see the same thing. I mean, I don't know why these race directors are putting the younger guys at the start. You see some of them where the younger guys goes later and the old women go at the start, but rarely that happens. So.
Yeah.
Right.
No, this has been going on for a while.
Right. It's so true because Coeur d'Alene, the pros start an hour before the age groupers. Yeah. That's the kind of race you'd want to be a part of.
Nice
at Atlantic City, we started 2 minutes before the age groupers, right? So you're going to see all that stuff running. I mean, in the morning, you can start the pros as soon as it gets light, but there's a lot of times we're just standing there for an hour and a half. That being said, at every pro meeting, the girls bring up how are we gonna keep from drafting off the male age groupers. So it's a concern at every race. I don't understand why Ironman and all the governing bodies aren't doing anything about it, because they don't really care about the pros.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is 100%. 100%. Anybody, you drop the gloves with me, I will whoop your ass.
Oh yeah, doesn't know one.
Yeah, I just fought my way up the ranks. That's about it. So it's funny, whenever I was playing ice hockey, I was always considered the worst player in hockey, right? But I'd fight and I'd scrap and I'd get to the next level. That level, they tell me, oh, you're the worst player. Pretty soon I was the worst professional ice hocky player, right? So that's the same thing in triathlon, right? I started out as the worst triathlete. I couldn't even swim. And then I went up to the pro ranks. They're like, you're the worst. You can't even
worst player you've ever seen.
I'm getting better at it, but at least I can fight everybody, right? So that's the main thing. That's what I told Bob Babbitt last week. I was on his show. He said, these guys might be light and might climb fast to me, but if they drop the gloves, there's only one way they're going to go, and that's down. Well, I mean, I like Andrew Starkwitz as a guy, but I would love to fight him just to show him, what, dude, you're not that tough. Let's fight. Let's drop the gloves. I don't want to pick on smaller guys. It's not right to pick on small. Yeah, he's my size. I'm friends with Chris McDonald, but he's a big dude. I'd fight him.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of these guys,
that'd be a close one.
They're just light in their shoes, and they're not going to fight. They just want to ride the bike and run. I want to throw in some, throw a brawl, throw some knuckles around, and if I lose a tooth, what's another? If I lose a tooth, what's another tooth? If I get stitches, what's another stitch?
Yeah.
I'd have nothing to lose with this grill, right? You're not looking at much. So, but you go to some of these meetings, and some guys just ask so many questions. It's like, dude, I'm in a jersey. You're so fast. Stop asking questions. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, all these races are the same. So yeah, we can throw in a fighting element of triathlon, come up with it.
The UFC work before the race.
Yeah.
And then that handicap would work to your advantage during the race.
Yeah, just stomp them out before the race. I like this. Yeah. I like this. Somehow we can work this in, right? Real Starkey?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, let's think about that. Yeah.
All right.
But we look forward to you calling in again. I like the way this worked out, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for calling in. Go to the Real Starkey on Twitter and Real Starkey on Facebook. Thanks a lot, man.
See ya.
All right, later. Go to the Real Starkey. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Wow. Our first call. I know it didn't make for great live streaming because we're not like this.
Right.
And he's talking.
So we have to figure out how to get it on.
But that'll be our next step. We didn't know what was going to happen. It just happened.
And
you can't get in the way.
And the only reason it happened is because we're live streaming.
Yeah. Right now. It wouldn't have happened. He was probably he's probably one of the 450 viewers.
Yeah, so he's probably going to tune out now, so we're 449.
449.
Let's do a little news, and then we'll call it a day. But I think this live streaming experiment worked out well.
Yeah, we got to call it a day because the battery's going low on the computer, so we're going to move.
Oh, all right. Well,
little fly action.
Then I think to hear our news. News is brought to you by Red Performance Multi-Sport. Your spot for individualized coaching services. Go to redperformancemultisport.com and get individualized coaching for your specific needs. So in the news today, what do we have? As you said, Mark Cavendish broke his collarbone. The most look forward. I was looking forward to watching him race. I don't want to see anybody else. So who am I going to watch now?
Yeah, there's nobody. And a lot of the comments I liked because it said, it was his fault. He tried to create a space where there wasn't space, so he leaned into somebody who then gave away to him so he could fall over. And Cavendish has been known to do that. And that happens. When you're highly competitive, these things happen. You push the rules, just like in every other sport. In basketball, people grab each other's jerseys. In hockey, they put sticks between your legs. When the referee's not looking, you do what you can. That's how we all do it. And it just backfired on him. So too bad it fell, but, he kind of deserved it.
Yeah, full contact cycling.
Oh, yeah, it is full contact.
So Netflix. Netflix. Do you have Netflix here?
Yeah, we do.
Red Performance Multisport East.
Yeah.
Netflix is looking for someone to pay someone to sit around and watch Netflix all day.
Really?
Yes. So they'll give you a free Netflix subscription. They'll pay you a little bit, but the job will be to sit on your butt and watch Netflix all day. This could be a job for an endurance sport coach / pro triathlete. Okay, now I know you might want this job, but I think it fits my skill set.
It does sound better that you use your skill set. I think it might be better.
I'm going to throw my resume. If you're watching from Netflix, which you may be, you might be one of the 450. Probably Netflix has it on their corporate offices right now because they heard Jim the other guy. They might sign us. I want to work for you. I want to come sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day.
Why not?
It's pretty much what I do now anyway, right? I train until like 7:30. I turn on Netflix. I watch until noon. Go train. Come home, turn on Netflix.
Oh, it is. It is way better for you than me. Yeah, I've got way too much going on.
Yeah, you're busy. You do swim lessons. I don't do that stuff. I don't waste my time with that. You actually help people. So I have 8 healthy foods that can wreck your diet. 2 of them, avocado and nuts. Right? So you're supposed to eat these things. They're really healthy, but you got to eat it. Like we said last show, if you listen to the last show.
I did.
You were on the last show, right?
And I listened to it.
You forgot about that.
I like the sound of my voice so much.
Matt Fitzgerald on, and anything in moderation. If you're sitting down eating 15 avocados, avocado has more than 350 calories per avocado.
Whoa!
Right? Even though people say, "Oh, it's a healthy fat," it's still going to get you fat.
Yeah.
Do you have any avocados over in the kitchen?
No, I ate them all.
But you do have coffee, so Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, you guys are going to have a bidding war over who's going to sponsor the show. But just watch your intake of these foods. Avocado, nuts, red wine, anything in moderation. They're good stuff. They say, they're great for a diet, but if you're going to drink, I drink box wine. If I drink the whole box, You know how to live. You're going to be watching Netflix, drinking box wine. Oh, you are top. You're top of my list. You are who I want to grow up to be. Chocolate. That's why we get along so well. Chocolate, trail mix. I eat a whole bag.
Do you get a glass or do you just pick the box up and drink out of it?
I keep it on the table and I get on my knees under it. Right? But, watch out for those foods. Dried fruit, gluten-free. Dark Mark, who we just spoke about, Dark Mark, is anti-gluten. So he wants taken as much gluten.
I take in lots of gluten. I love gluten.
So he is pro-gluten. So if you go to Dark Mark, who we just spoke about, @Dark_Mark on Twitter, he can join. You can join his pro-gluten movement.
Oh, I'm all about that.
So we had the live streaming. It's been a success. Thanks for all you legions of Lubitics and Jim and the other guy followers for tuning in. I think this is something.
I think we're going to show up on a blip on the Nielsen's ratings right here.
Well, we're just going to get hired by Netflix.
Yep.
Maybe we won't have to sit on our ass. Maybe we'll just broadcast live on Netflix. I think that sounds like a plan. But yeah, so thanks all guys for watching. Tell your friends, go to Jim Lubinski's YouTube channel and subscribe. And every time we have a show, you will be notified that we'll be streaming live at Bobby Seaman right here.
Yeah.
Give the camera a view. I know our computer's running out here, but Go to iTunes, Jim, another guy, follow us on there, subscribe, and leave us a review, preferably a negative review.
Yeah, we want some negativity,
Right.
because then we'll challenge you and call you out, and then we'll set up another race, just like we did already.
You know, we have a few negative ones on there, and they don't make much sense. So if you're going to leave a negative review, make sure it's a negative review. Some people have it out for me and just make these things up, ex-boyfriends or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure it makes sense. And, I mean, there's enough stuff you can hate about us.
Constructive negativity.
So go to iTunes, leave us a review, subscribe. Thanks for listening. Tell all your friends. You guys have an outstanding day, and race hard!